Hello and welcome to this video for the Bicester School History Department. This is a video for Year 10 and Year 11 students studying AQA GCSE History, specifically the Britain and the Health of the People module. It will use the medicine booklet which is available to download from the school website. The link is in the description. The purpose is to give you a general introduction to the topic and guide you through the tasks. Pause this video as you work through the tasks, don't watch it all in one go. And if you have any specific questions, make sure to email your history teacher. In today's episodes, we're going to look at the developments in Renaissance anatomy. Unlike treatments, there were lots of key breakthroughs, but they might not have had the impact that they might have had. Firstly is Vesalius. Now he was a professor at a medical school in Padua, Italy. He wrote a groundbreaking book called The Fabric of the Human Body. This contained lots of detailed anatomical drawings based on dissections. And he encouraged his students to dissect for themselves and challenge Galen's ideas about the body. His drawings were very accurate, and his book was published by the printing press, which meant that it could be widely read. Before the discovery of the printing press, books would have to be handwritten out by monks. But after the printing press was invented, it meant that books could be published quickly and easily, and more importantly, cheaply. However, his ideas couldn't be completely stopped by the Catholic Church, which was losing influence. And his new ideas were seen as exciting rather than threatening. A second development was made by a Frenchman called Ambroise Paré, who was a French army surgeon. He made two key developments. The first one was by complete chance. On one occasion, he ran out of oil to cauterize wounds, so instead used a healing solution of rose oil, egg yolks and turpentine, which worked better than oil to seal a wound in the middle of a battle. He also invented a method of tying blood vessels called ligatures. This was less dangerous and painful than cauterizing the wound. However, he couldn't stop infections with this technique, so it's more important in the long term. The final of the three key individuals is William Harvey. He was a doctor to both King James I and Charles I. He proved through lots of careful experiments that the heart was a pump, and that it pushed blood one way through the body using a system of arteries and veins. In 1628, he published On the Motion of the Heart, which could have revolutionised thoughts. However, many people were resistant to change and refused to accept that Galen could be wrong. Nonetheless, in the long term, William Harvey's discovery was important. Another key individual was John Hunter. He was a famous surgeon in Britain, and he performed over 14,000 dissections on humans and animals. He again emphasised the importance of a scientific and empirical research. And he trained famous doctors such as Edward Jenner, who we'll see later as discovering vaccinations. However, while he did have an impact on scientific approaches, the four humors and miasma theory were still used as methods during this time period. And while there were big developments made, the biggest issue during this time period is still the fact that there were issues of pain, infection and bleeding during surgery. And until these problems were fully dealt with, surgery would still be a very dangerous thing to go under. While Paré and Hunter were able to make some developments, for example, Hunter encouraged surgeons to keep their tools clean, the success rate for surgery still stood at around 50%, with many patients dying of infection afterwards. Have a go at the questions on this page. For questions 2, think about the pressure that the army surgeon would be under. What kind of impact do you think that would have on their skills? And for question 4, make sure you specify the difference between anatomy, which is knowledge about the body and how it's made up, and surgery, which is performing specific procedures. Finally, complete the exercises on this page. It's really important that you complete it in lots of detail, as these key individuals can be named in some of the exam questions. Remember, if you need any more help, make sure to email your history teacher. Thanks for watching.